Let's go. Nazgul with the roaming throne is absolutely insane. Look at these triggers, and that is just for one of them. So what are we gonna go through? I don't even know what we're gonna go up to, but we do get it again. Look at this. This is absolutely nothing. Oh, none of that. They don't even want it. Ladies and gentle mages, civilians across the multiverse, welcome back to another episode of Mana, and today we've got a juicer for you. Before we dig into the deck, make sure to leave a like on the video. The button looks just like this, and it does help out the channel tremendously. I greatly appreciate it. Let's go ahead and dive right in. Today we got Nazgul. That's right, we are running 9 Nazgul. Whenever this enters the battlefield, you're going to you're gonna have the ring tempt you, which is nice. Now, whenever the ring tempts you, put a +1/+1 counter on each wraith you control. Now, this is the only wraith we control unless you go in for the roaming throne. Now, the roaming throne, obviously, if you haven't seen this before, which you probably have, enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Whenever a chosen ability from the chosen type triggers, it's going to trigger an additional time. So there's only 2 types that we're gonna have. If you notice, we kind of have like a knight subtype, because this is a wraith knight. We also have the Oathsworn and the Raddic. We'll go ahead and get to that in a second. So it's either you're going to choose knight or you're going to choose wraith. There's you're gonna choose wraith if you want the actual roaming throne to go up to the high heavens with the +1/+1 counters, or if you want the Raddic to double pop off, or you want the Oathsworn to double pop off, you're going to call out Knight. But there are some weird times where actually, because the Restless Fortress can just pop them for 2, there have been times where I go for the roaming throne and I actually want to go in for the Restless and call Nightmare. That's like neither here nor there, but the roaming throne is there to do it. If you drop the Nazgul after the roaming throne, the way that this sets up, the triggers are insane. It's not just like a +1/+1 counter. These get so big so fast because of the just like how it works. I guess I'll just have to show you. So obviously the Ayara's Oathsworn, we do like this because, again, you can kind of speed it up if you do call Knight with the roaming throne. It does kind of help out a lot. Frodo, the Sauron's Bane. We are running Sauron as well, the Necromancer. If you have this thing out, you can go ahead and just like not conjure. You can go ahead and reanimate a Nazgul back from the graveyard and get some more +1/+1 counters. But even if you don't, you have Frodo, which has lifelink, which we like lifelink because there's a lot of things there. And then for 3 black, which we are Orzhov, obviously, whenever this creature does combat damage to a player, that player loses the game if the ring has tempted you 4 or more times. And we do have plenty of tempting with Samwise the Stouthearted. Flash enters the battlefield, choose up to 1 target permanent card in your graveyard that was put there from the battlefield this turn, and then you get to get tempted again. So I'm actually running the Lonely End. I'm not running Go for the Throw. I like the Lonely End a little bit more because this gives you life gain. We can get kind of blown over by life gain, or sorry, aggro rather. So that life gain is very, very relevant. Phantasmal Extraction is just fantastic. So that's why we run that. Excuse me. And then anything that the Lonely End can't take care of, we do have the Porcine Portent. I call it the porcupine card. Even though it's not really a porcupine, it is pigs. But this card is so wonderful. It's essentially like a 3-for-1. You get to exile something, and then you get like a 3/3 body. Usually you're going in for like the first little pig. The second little pig can kind of finish off games. The third little pig is unfortunately useless. Poor little piggy. But the first little pig also exiles. So you get exile, and then you exile a creature, and you get a body, and then you get to exile a target artifact or enchantment. This card's like a 3-for-1. So I'm running it even though it has nothing to do with pigs. It is what it is. And then Cerise. Cerise is pretty nice. It is a knight. So again, we will just run it because it is a knight. And this is pretty much the deck. The Nazgul and the roaming throne. So it's pretty straightforward. I absolutely love this deck. Let's go ahead and get into it. Consider joining the channel. That'll help me out monetarily as a content creator. Get ready to subscribe if you have not already. And without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. Elixir at iCloud. Hello. How we doing here? This looks pretty good. We'll go ahead and keep this. So let's go in for our Frodo, Sauron's Bane. Absolutely love this thing. Kind of like an evolved sleeper in a way, but with the ring tempting, we can just get free wins with Frodo. So, yeah, this is pretty good. Even if they do have a melt through, doesn't seem like they do. Let's go ahead and pump up our Frodo, and we do get lifelink, which will kind of be nice because we did have to pay. Back up to 20, and there we go. Lifelink versus red. You always love to see that. And what you got here? Ooh, Priest of Possibility. They can really go crazy with this thing. Just haste? Just haste? That is fine. We'll take that all day. That is like no big deal. Ooh, a roaming throne. A roaming throne with our Nazgul can be absolutely deadly. So let's go ahead and get down our Nazgul. And yeah, sure, looks good. And we'll take our lifelink. 1916, looking good. And now, man, we might even want to go for our roaming throne. I think we are. But Seal from existence. Let's see if they want to seal my Frodo or the Nazgul. That's fine. We are going to buff up the board with our roaming throne. So Ayara's Oathsworn's pretty good. I guess we'll go for black. Kind of even ourselves out here. Let's go in for the roaming throne. And I'm going to call... It's either Wraith or Knight. And I'm going to call Wraith. Because I want the actual roaming throne to go up to the high heavens. So this is going to get nasty. If they can't remove the roaming throne, fingers crossed, our Nazguls are going to go insane. Like, just how the triggers work, I'll show you. Hopefully, maybe, we'll see. It's pretty possible. Ooh, a War Leader's Call. That is not going to be good enough. War Leader's Call is not going to get the job done. We do get a Sauron. That is pretty nice. But let's drop our Nazgul. Let's go. Nazgul with the roaming throne is absolutely insane. Look at these triggers, and that is just for one of them. So, what are we going to go to? I don't even know what we're going to go up to, but we do get it again. Look at this. This is absolutely nothing. They don't even want it. GG's. Here you go. So we'll go ahead and keep this. Yeah, looking pretty good. All right, what we got here? On the draw versus Orzhov. So maybe Orzhov mirror match. The Lonely End. Maybe we should keep the Lonely End. That's our only form of removal. I guess we'll keep that. So. All right, what are we playing against? Another Restless Fortress. Does kind of let us put down the Oathsworn, so that's good. I mean, Yara's Oathsworn's really, really nice, especially if we can get the roaming throne to call Knight. We get the double triggers, which speeds up something that usually doesn't happen, so. All right. Is this going to be the Porcupine card? No, just a Virtual Persistence. I actually am not running Virtual Persistence, so. All right, let's just go in for the Nazgul. Looks good to me. We can start going in for the roaming throne, and things will be looking okay. 2-3. Another Virtual Persistence. We're just out of range from that, so maybe we can get into the other one. Oh, speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. Let's go and give it an angry little thingy here. Angry donut. I guess we'll call it white, and let's go straight in for our roaming throne. I guess we'll call it for... I guess we'll go Wraith. I would go Knight if we still had the Oathsworn, but now we'll go for Wraith. They're having fun with the donut. I feel you, man. I feel you. The donut is a fun little email. Okie dokie, let's see here. So roaming throne, obviously, don't target my roaming throne. Don't you dare! Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and give him the donut. Let's go ahead and get... there we go. Hey, we're having fun with the donut. There we go. So Raddic. Okay, the Raddic is radically... Ooh, we're really going crazy with the donut here. All right, let's go in for the Raddic. The Raddic will have a better shot because now we have hexproof, essentially, from black and white. So, ooh, Acklazot. Ooh, I was a little bit nervous. Let's go ahead and give him the donut. Screaming donut because we do have the Porcupine card. Thank God, because otherwise that Acklazot is a huge pain in the ass. Wow, this is actually looking pretty gosh darn good. Swing in, get a little drafty draft going, and this actually is pretty hard. Bodyguard, Raper. I think we're probably just going to go in for the Rider or Reaper. It's Rider or Reaper. The problem I'm seeing here is that we already have removal at the Lonely End, so I guess we'll just go for Midnight Reaper, and then go for Phantasmal Extraction. Get rid of the Gix, and we are looking pretty gosh darn good here. Alright. Yeah, let's just go for this. We're fine. And then, Nazgul... Yeah, I guess we can just kind of start pumping up the Nazgul. I don't know, it was either that or a land that I was kind of thinking about. But I guess that's kind of the point of our deck. So, the Knight subtype is looking pretty good. Phyrexian Fleshgorger, that's not that intimidating, so that's fine. And a Phyrexian Missionary. Okay, this is actually not that bad. We can go for Lonely End, just kind of take out one, and I think we will. But you know what? They actually, they have to double block. They have to double block here, so... Let's set out the Midnight Reaper, and let's let them think that I'm trying to put out the Midnight Reaper to like get some value out of the double block when it dies, and then I'm going to sneak in for the Lonely End, and then they're essentially going to chump block. So let's see, yeah, they got a double block. Yeah, there we go, there we go. Looking good, does not matter. Let's go in for the Lonely End, and essentially we'll get them to just chump block. This will look pretty good here, so... Yay! Let's go for some more donuts, man. Alright, looking good. Even if they do drop the Virtual Persistence, we've got the Murderous Rider for whatever they reanimate. I think we're going to be able to blow them away pretty quickly here. We do have the Porcupine card as well, and another Phyrexian Fleshgorger. That's not that bad. Even when they do drop the Virtual Persistence, another one. Yeah, I think we're just going to go in for the Porcupine card here. I think at this point, we're probably pretty good to just kind of steamroll them. You know what? Phyrexian Fleshgorger is an artifact. Let's just get rid of it. Yeah, this is fine. Take the action. Boom. Looking good. We're going to deal 7. Like I said, the best thing they can do is just drop the Virtue of Persistence. And I think we're going to be okay here, because we actually, yeah, we're going to be okay. No matter what they have, yep, drop the Virtue of Persistence, and we got a Murderous Rider no matter what they bring back. So, that is fine. Give them a little donut. More donuts, my goodness. Okay. I think we'll just drop down on Nazgul. Or do we want to go for History of Banana? History of Banana is actually pretty good. Okay, so we'll pay homage to a card that we were already going the Raddic route instead of the Nazgul route, so this is fine. And Guardian of Faith. The Swordmaster actually drains them. So hold on, let's see. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 knights. We're dealing 10 damage. Not including the pig, so that's 10 damage, right? So that would be enough for lethal, I suppose. 10, 3 knights. Okay, let's do that. I think we have it. This is a good game. Bang, 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 down to 3, and we're going to drain them. Looking pretty good. Let's give them one more donut. Let's give them one more donut for the road. Drain them. 3 life. GG's. 88 Lelex. How are we doing here? All right, let's go ahead and fix up our Raddic, and we will radically be on our way. You know what? I'm going to go for the Phantasmal Extraction. I'm not going to set up... We have 2 tap lands here, but I think this is a little bit better. So Coppercoat Vanguard, Spectre Smite. It's either Inti or the Vanguard. I don't know. Which one do we actually really prefer? Seems just to be humans. I guess we'll get rid of the Inti. Because I don't have a turn 2 play, I think I would rather just get the Phantasmal down. Which is fantastic. Novice Inspector. Ooh, we get another one. That's actually really, really nice. So now let's go ahead and drop our tap land. And the Porcupine card. The Porcupine card is one of the best cards in the format, so I'm going to do that. Alright, looking pretty good. 2 Phantasmal Extractions. I mean, pretty good. Alright, what do we got here? Sacrifice. They're doing this at sorcery speed on their turn? I mean, alright, that's fine, I guess. Down to 19, we're looking pretty good here. So now, again, playing around these tap lands can be somewhat tricky, but I think right now we're looking pretty good. Let's get our Nazgûl going. Turn 4, we're definitely get the Raddic going. Ooh, a Roaming Throne. Hey, appreciate the Roaming Throne. And they're going to go human, so yeah, definitely. I mean, Roaming Throne is just a phenomenal card, man. And let's just go in for our Raddic Tal Zealot. And now that we swing in, we do have this Knight stuff going, so let's see what we're going to draft. Murderous Rider seems pretty solid. Yeah, I guess we'll just go for the Murderous Rider. They're going to block. I was going to say, that's not Death Touch. I don't think they're going to block here, but... Alright, looking pretty good. Hopefully we can get into our own Roaming Throne. Oh, it ain't Recruiter. Don't think they're wide enough for me to care that much, but this could be a little deadly. Okay, hold on. Especially with Roaming Throne, they do get 2 triggers off the Midrange Recruiter, which could be a little bit deadly. So, I think what we want to do is let's not play our tap lands. I think I'm just going to pass, because this is going to be pretty nasty. So, we'll pay the Ward 2 on the Roaming Throne. And then hopefully we can just kind of survive here. So, Inspector. Alright, Inspector Gadget. Oh. Maybe we should have gone for that before. They get an extra, whatchamacallit, investigation out of it. Let's do it now. Ward 2. We'll get that. So at least the Midrange Recruiter does not go off twice. Because that is a lot more damage. And this is going to hurt. Ooh, yeah, this is going to hurt. We'll at least block off the Midrange Recruiter. Block you off. And then we're going to take, like, 9 or something. Kill the Nazgûl. That's fine. It was already blocked. How much are we doing here? Down to 10. That's not that bad. Phantasmal Extraction. Well, I love this card, but unfortunately, it's not going to be that good right now. But I'm going to go ahead and drop the Shadowy Backstreet for us. Now we already have one. I think I'm just going to drop down the Murderous Rider. It really is unfortunate. Yeah, it's really unfortunate that I can't go for the Murderous Rider and do it, but I want to get this lifelink down. So, another Inspector. Okay, that's fine. They have, all 4 Inspector gadgets, and now the clue tokens are about to go crazy, but that's okay. As long as we ward off the actual damage, I think we're looking okay. All right, so we get a chance to breathe. We get a chance to like catch our breath here, so that's very nice. And another Porcupine card. So, you know what? I mean, obviously the Phantasmal Extraction is looking pretty good, but I think I probably just want to swing in with at least one of these knights. The problem with the Murderous Rider is that they can just block it, so I think we'll just stay put for now. The Claim Contender, it was either that or the Double Night Strike one. Double Night Strike, what did I just say there? Inspector, yeah, this is actually okay. I actually don't really mind this. Let's go ahead and exile one of them, and then we kill two, and then the Raddic's gonna live. As long as the Raddic lives, that is... Ooh, that's a pretty good momentum swing there, so... I think we'll go ahead and drop you. I don't go for the Phantasmal Extraction this way, but I think I can live with it. If they do have an Imminent Recruiter, even at this point, we're looking pretty okay. Ooh, well, War Leader's Call. I don't know if they would have drawn that, or if I could have extracted it away, so now maybe, maybe that was a little not great. Okay, definitely blocking. I think we're going to let this go. I mean, with the Porcupine card, we do get rid of artifacts and enchantments, so I think we can kind of make do with that. It's close, man. Down to 7. I think we'll take it for now. It's okay, I guess. Alright, well, let's waste absolutely no time. I'm just going to do this. Now we can still go for the extraction, so... Porcupine card going for the first little pig. The first little pig's so wonderful. And this is why the Porcupine card is so freaking good. Let's swing in with you. Ooh, Black Lance Paragon actually does give lifelink, so... I think we're just after the lifelink. The lifelink aspect is very, very attractive right now. Even though, maybe not this turn. So even if that... Man, we could actually... We could actually go for Death Touch to kill them both, but ultimately I still think I want to just pop off the War Leader's Call. It's close. We could go for Death Touch, kill them both. That does sound pretty nice. If we had one more source of mana, I would do it, but I think we're just going to get rid of the War Leader's Call. Yeah, it's fine. Go up to 9, yada yada, and then we could go in for the Phantasmal Extraction. Okay, because they have 2 more cards in their hand here, so we get rid of a Roaming Throne. That feels pretty good, so... Overall, I think we're looking pretty good. Ooh, a Quintorius. Ooh. Vanillish Knight Counselor. Let's see what they got for the Quintorius here. Discover 3 and Brotherhood's End. Brotherhood's End. I don't... What? Okay, well, that's fine. I'm not going to use that. That doesn't make any sense, so... Looking pretty good here. I would assume they just, like, put it back into their hand. So... Oh. Let's give him a Tameo Evil. There we go. Oh, alright. That was interesting there. I don't know. They kind of just like ruined their whole board, so I don't know what's going on there. Let's go ahead and swing with Raddic, and we're looking pretty good here. The Valiant Knight is pretty good. Other knights you can control get +1/+1, and then they give Death Double Strike, not Death Touch. What the heck? I guess we'll drop you. I guess we'll just go in for the Frodo. The Frodo, obviously having lifelink, is very attractive. And let's just do this now. Whatever, we'll tap out. So, 7 life. We've got 1 card and a War Leader's Call. That's not going to do the trick. So, Clue, I think we're coming close to closing this out. Do we have lethal here? Yeah, because we have Double Strike. Yeah, and then we actually have lifelink with the Black Lance Paragon. So, this is looking good. I think this is about GG's. Let's just activate this. Sorcery speed. They only have 1 red source left. I don't think they can do much about this, so let's go ahead and swing in. Draft does not really matter. And yeah, looking pretty good here. Lifelink. We don't even have enough to do that. Whatever, it's not a big deal. So don't even worry about lifelink. This game is absolutely over, and the Knights are gonna take it. Spirit of Animal. Hello, hello. How you doing here? All right, looking pretty good here. I set up a Lonely End, got the Porcupine card. Hopefully we can get this Oathsworn going. Pretty fun card. Meticulous Archive. Let's see how meticulous you can be when I drop 2 Oathsworns on your face. Okie dokie. Looking good, looking good. Let's drop you. Alright, Oathsworn number 1. Come out to play. If we do get into a Roaming Throne, we can kind of speed up the process, but that's okay. Sometimes slow and steady wins the race. Public Thoroughfare. What is this? Oh, okay, that's not a big deal. Okay. So, I think we'll just drop our Nazgûl. Let's get the Nazgûl party going. We do want to see if we can find another land. So if we drop Nazgûl this turn, next turn we can tempt again, and then we can do the draw card, discard thing, because I definitely want to get to at least 4. 4 lands seems to be good. I might even want to go for Phantasmal Extraction, though, because I don't know what we got going on here. So Public Thoroughfare again, that's fine. Another Nazgûl. So, well, there we go. I think we're going to do this and try to tempt and see if we can get into land number 4. Not worried about Sunfall yet until another turn, so looks pretty good. We'll swing in. I mean, this is a lot of damage too, so Roaming Throne. Well, I guess we'll get rid of the... It's either the Lonely End or the Roaming Throne. Well, I don't know. Maybe the Porcupine card? I mean, they don't seem to really have anything for it. Maybe they... The only reason I keep the Lonely End is because of the birdie. The Oracle of the Alpha. If it wasn't for that card, I would have just the Lonely End, but... Like I said, they're too slow for Sunfall, and I think Phantasmal Extraction doesn't get rid of Sunfall anyway, so another tap land, which is pretty nice. I mean, I guess we're just kind of playing like an aggro deck at this point. Not really, we don't, ooh, Phyrexian Fleshgorger. Thank goodness I kept the Lonely End. So, yeah, that's really nice. We do get a little screwed on the land sources here. That's okay, let's go in for the Lonely End. I guess it didn't really matter. We could have kept the Porcupine card too, but... Let's go in for Lonely End. I'm a little bit nervous about the Sunfall and the recoil here, but that's okay. We don't have enough for lethal. So this is only... That's only 11 damage! Okay. Eugenius Jr. Hello, hello. Okay, it's a little bit slower of a hand than I'd like, but we'll make do with it. So, might as well get this down. We don't get any of the sexiness of our Surveil Land or the Restless Fortress by tapping it, unfortunately. But let's just get it out of the way. Alright, what are we playing against here? Selesnya, maybe? People don't play Selesnya in Alchemy. Come on now. Crawling Course. Oh, maybe. I guess Toxic. Okay. Restless Fortress. Well, that'll be a turn 3 land drop. Let's go in for our Oathsworn. Not sure if we want to try to race, because Toxic usually races pretty quickly. Well, we can definitely block unless they want to pump it up. Tyvar Stand or something. Ooh, a Rot Priest. Ooh, we don't like that. No, no, no. We don't like that. Okay. Rot Priest is definitely the least favorable card you want to see. So, I guess we'll go in for this. Let's do it instead of the Restless Fortress, just because we do have the Nazgûl, so we might as well make use of this. And you know what? I mean, I don't know. I don't think they really want to block. So I'm going to attempt to swing in with the Oathsworn. We have an okay board, so maybe we just try a swing. We do get up to a 3-3 if they block. I don't think they're going to, because they have Menace, so they have to block with both. I don't think they really want to give up their Rot Priest. I know I wouldn't. They're probably... Are they contemplating something, or do they have a Tyvar Stand? Okay, maybe not, maybe not. Go up to a 3-3, and we're looking pretty good. Now, unfortunately, we only have 5 drops in our hand, so our turn 4 is going to be a little bit weak. Not a little bit weak. It's going to be pretty weak, unless we top deck into something, but that's fine. As long as... Ooh, Rot Priest is swinging in. I'm going to have to... yeah, it's kind of weird. Kind of weird, but I'm going to have to block it. We do have Death Touch for... Oh, let's go ahead and do this. They gotta have something here, yeah. There's no way they just swing in all willy-nilly with the Rot Priest. Tyvar Stand, so we do get a poison counter. But this actually isn't that bad. This actually isn't that bad. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness we do draw into this. They're tapped out. Let's get rid of this Rot Priest. Yeah, I will gladly take a poison counter. Absolutely. No problemo. And now this is actually pretty close. I think I'm gonna swing in. But it's pretty close here, because obviously they can now speed us a lot faster, but we get up to a 4-4 now, and then next turn we can drop Sauron? I mean, I don't know, maybe jump to a 4-4. Okay, Nazgul. Well, let's go in. I think, you know what, Cerise we don't really care about because the life gain does not really matter. I think what we want to do is just go in for Sauron and then Necromancer. So let's go ahead and swing in and take our damage. I think we are pretty good to start racing. Yeah, we're racing. We're on our horse. We are Oathsworn to Ayara, and we'll be okay. Swing in, and we're up to a 5-5. Next turn, we can start digging for anything we want. Looking pretty good. Only at 4 poison counters, so... I don't know. I think we're looking pretty good. Let's drop it. Oh, Sauron the Necromancer. Let's go. Whenever this attacks, we do get our Nazgûl back. Yeah, we'll get this back. And Sauron also has Menace himself, so. Seed Core. Okay. Don't think they're... Oh, they are swinging in. You know what? In case they have another Tyvar Stand, I think we're just going to pass. Let's call their bluff. Let's catch their bluff. I'm not doing that. If they have another Tyvar Stand, they can just kind of pump it back up. Seed Core, that doesn't give it extra toxic, so that's fine. 5 poison counters, 15 life, and now let's go. Sauron is going to bring back a Nazgul, and I think we're going to have enough for lethal, but they don't even want it. They don't want it. Callahan, how you doing here? We'll go ahead and keep this. Looks like a mighty fine starting hand to me. So, Benelish Knight Counselor, well, pretty, it's a little intimidating, but so is the Extraction. Let's go ahead and extract your plan out here. So, Lightning Helix, Theodon, and Destroy Evil. Well, I think we do have the Lonely End, so I think we'll actually get rid of the Lightning Helix. We do have the Lonely End, so we can take care of you for the double strike, even though we will take one double strike. Nah, I think we'll be alright. Down to 18. Shadowy Backstreet boys. And I'm going to drop the Oathsworn. I'm not for sure that they're going to drop this. If I did, I would just go for Lonely End or whatever, but I think this is okay. This card actually really is gas. I actually recently made a humans deck, and I did not even know this thing existed, so... Double strike. Well, I'm not blocking you. Not chump blocking. No way. No way. Down to 14. I think that's fine. We can handle that. So, because we are going for the Lonely End, let's just go for the Shadowy Backstreet. The Backstreet boys. And Porcupine, that's good. That looks good to me. So let's go ahead and get them to commit to something here. They might even enlist it. Enlist with double strike actually is pretty good. But let's have them put a creature on the stack maybe beforehand. Oh, and they're not. Well, that's fine. Alright, so it does not have double strike, it just has enlisted bump. So I'm actually gonna block. Let's go ahead and do this, and then we'll Lonely End them at the end. We'll Lonely End them at the end of their turn. That's fine. Boom, and we gain that 3 life. That 3 life is why I like it so much. Alright, we could drop the Porcupine, but I'll just go and drop our Nazgul here. Go ahead and tempt ourselves. I can't help but be tempted to tempt myself. Okay, human. Ooh, and a Taji. Okay, that is, Taji could be quite problematic. If we don't have the Porcupine, but, what do they conjure here? Because it does come in, okay. That's actually not that big of a deal. We can, yeah, we're good, yeah. But to say, we can always take care of that. I was just kind of worried about what it's conjuring. That would be the problem. So let's waste absolutely no time to do this. Okay, phew, looking pretty good. Alright, we actually came out relatively unscathed. So that is actually... Oh, baby girl. Baby girl, let's give a crying face. That is... This one didn't actually come up with a +1/+1 counter, so they only get the Boros Recruit. So I think we're okay there. But... Let's drop you. We can't drop the Porcupine card this way, but because we do get the double tempt, we do get into a draw card, discard the card. Yeah, so Lonely End. Oh my god, Lonely End is actually the best possible thing we could have here because we get around sacrifice this way. So Lonely End, let's see, go for the throat, do this. I don't think it can. Get around the indestructible. We're looking absolutely beautiful. Woo, okay, looking good, looking good. Yeah, big fan of the Lonely End, man. There's so much burn. And this isn't really burn, but there's so much aggro and burn that, like, the 3 life gain, if you're not the starting player, really does make a difference. Alright, still not out of it yet. Benelish Knight Counselor, and they can go for Destroy Evil on one of my Nazguls, which, you know, hey, is pretty evil, but I guess that's subjective. Yep, definitely gonna have to block here. What's kind of nice about this is if they do, yeah, if they go for Destroy Evil on that one, we still keep the Ring Bear. So now we keep our legendary Nazgul, so that's actually pretty good. It's actually double good, because now we're going to draw a card, discard a card, let's get rid of this icky land, and see if we can get something that we can actually use. And another land's not going to do it, but at least we churn, because now we at least churn 1 extra turn away from it. That would have been our draw next turn. They go for Destroy Evil. That is phenomenal. They should have definitely done that beforehand, because now I can just drop the Porcupine card, and I think we're just going to drop the second Little Pig, because the first Little Pig, I don't see anything that they could exile, so second Little Piggy. Unfortunately, the third Little Piggy is just kind of useless. The third Little Pig is so bad. Charming Scoundrel. Okay. I would assume they do go for discard a card, then draw a card, just because the hand's gone. So that was essentially a +1. So, a Wicked Roll. Really? A Wicked Roll, and then I guess they're going to enlist. I guess that kind of makes sense, because I'm not going to block. No. I guess that kind of makes sense. So, enlist, I'm definitely not blocking. Nope, no way, no how. And let's see if we can draw here. Another, that's really brutal, really floody. Another porcupine, we'll go ahead and keep that, but that's really floody considering that we already did draw, what, like 3 or 4 lands in a row, but that's fine. No way they swing in now. And they're swinging in now. But, are they... I mean, they gotta be aware that I can pump up the second little pig, so let's activate this ability. 5/5. Ooh, I don't know if they were just not aware. Oh, I don't think they were, because that was pretty good for us, so... I guess we'll make the most use of this. Because I want to drop the Porcupine card on the enchantment side here, but as you can see, this is why this card is so freaking good. It's essentially... It's like a 3-for-1. So you exile something, then you get to conjure something, and we don't right now. That's a big... Well, first off, this is a big pig. Let's go ahead and appreciate that. A 6/6 pig is pretty gosh darn big, and we're going to do the same thing with the next one, but... Yeah, if it's the first little pig, you can exile something, so it essentially becomes a 3-for-1. Benelish Night Counselor, not looking too shabby here, but not too great either. 4/3, and we were fine. And next turn, we're going to drop our second little pig. Our second, man, really floody, but it does not matter, fortunately for us. We're going to get 2 6/6 pigs in the air, and that will do it. Jacklet, hello, this looks pretty good. We got our Raddic, we got some Nazgul action. Shadowy Backstreet Boys will be good to go. Alright, let's do this. I think we're looking for another land. We just want to make sure that we can wrap up our 4th lands for our Raddic. You know what, Lonely End, actually, if we're going against red, yeah, if we're going against red here, I think we're going to keep this. Yeah, we'll go in for that, that's fine. We're going to need plenty of land, plus we are on the draw, so we do get the added bonus of the life gain here. Phoenix Chick, yeah, I think going for the Lonely End is the move here. Bane Splitter, well, that's unfortunate. 3/1, I think we can do worse, right? 17, okay. Let's drop you, and I guess we may as well just chill, but 3 Lonely Ends versus aggro, I mean, they're probably going to have a little bit of a tough time with this, so rally at the Hornbird. Sure, yep, just go for the Lonely End, get rid of the chick, gain some life, we'll be happy. So 18 life, not that bad, not sweating too much here. Restless Fortress, well, this looks pretty good. Can't go for our Nazgul. I think we're just going to have to go in for the Restless Fortress and then just hold the Lonely End again. Rather than just drop the Nazgul. Yeah, we'll do this and get in time for the Raddic. Phoenix Chick. Well, this Phoenix Chick's in the graveyard. I was going to say, we could, if they had another red source, we could exile something now. Because that, but they don't. So we'll take our time. Yeah, if they dropped their land drop, I definitely would have not done this, but it's fine. I think I'm going to only end you, because the Phoenix Chick, at this point, they're probably going to start moving towards, like, getting back the Phoenix Chick back from the graveyard, so I think I'd rather just get rid of you. Monstrous Rage does suck a lot, but oh well. Still have one more Lonely End. And Oathsworn is actually really nice here, because now we can drop the Oathsworn and have a Lonely End, so that's actually pretty nice. Alright, so what you got here? If they can see, they have a Phoenix Chick in their graveyard. Fiery Inscription, I don't love that. Yeah, I don't love it, but it's okay. I mean, 16 life, they can deal 1 here. Let's go for the Lonely End, gain life, but 3 Lonely Ends means we've gained 9 life. We've gained 9 life with this, and that's absolutely absurd. Now I gotta make a decision. I could go for the Restless Fortress. I think I am. Because we're obviously racing right now. The Restless Fortress gains us that 2 life. The Oathsworn bumps up. Now, I don't know. Should I have gone for the Raddic, maybe? Just get it down? Was that a little bit too short-sighted? Unfortunately, we're going to lose our Oathsworn here, which actually kind of really sucks, but... We've gained a total of 11 life this game. I believe, right? 3 Lonely Ends and a Restless Fortress. I really would like to top deck into another land, and then I could go for double Nazgûl, but I think as of right now, I think I'm kind of okay with just like the life gain. We're still at 19. You can make a case that we should just drop down Raddic and just get it over with, but I don't know. I don't think that Raddic giving card advantage, or board advantage rather, I don't think that's really the move. I think we definitely want to just keep... Alright, maybe we should just drop the Raddic, because this is a big swing. Down to 11. Now that they have a big juicy threat, let's go ahead and drop the Raddic. Let's just get it over with. Let's just drop the Raddic. We can no longer go for the Restless Fortress if they're going to threaten us with the big creature. And I think we are going to block. Invasion. Well, that deals 4 to my face. At least they don't get the added bonus from the inscription because it's not an instant or a sorcery. And then we're just going to block. Yeah. This is fine. Whew. All right. And now another land. That would have been nice. Would have been nice. Oh, goodness. Excuse me. But now we can go in for double Nazgûl. I think we're going to do this. And then we're going to finish off next turn with a Restless Fortress swing. Yeah, this looks pretty good. 7 life. I mean, there is a chance they could draw into like a Ren's Resolve or a Ren's, whatever the hell that is called. I forgot already. Ren's Resolve, is it? Rally at the Hornburg. We can fight that off. This is actually getting a little nerve-wracking. Ooh, a land is going to pretty much seal the deal here. So, Bane Splitter, they're not going to swing in. Oh, we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good here. Another land. Can we actually go for Nazgul and a Restless Fortress? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we can. I think we can. Let's go in for a Restless Fortress. And I'm going to go ahead and drop our Nazgul. And let's go ahead and choose the Restless Fortress to be the Ring Bear. Because that way we can swing in. They can't really block or whatever. If they want to block, they're going to have to block the Nazgul. So I think I like that. 7, 8, 7, 6, blah, blah. Looking good. All right. And we do get a little bit more life gain just in case. Because they could chump block here. They could block the 1/1. But they still have to block at least one of the Nazgûls, right? So the 1/1 could trade up. Well, I guess they just chump block both. But the game's technically not over. Bang, 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 down to 9. And we got to survive one more turn, which actually... Ren's Resolve. I don't know if that's called Ren's Resolve. I don't know. I can't remember. It's Ren's something. Invasion of Tarkir. That is not an instant or sorcery. They're just going to deal 2 to my face. And I think we're going to... Well, not I think. We're definitely going to take this. They're all out of gas. We got it, baby. GG's. Palika. Hello, hello. We'll go ahead and keep this. Looks good to me. All right. Turn 1 is going to be a pretty obvious Restless Fortress. Go ahead and fix up our hand here. Looking good. Make sure the Nazgul is nice front and center. And a Lonely End. Lonely End, man, it's such a good card. Not really versus control, which this kind of seems to be. But that's okay. You know what is a good card? Well, the Nazgul. Let's drop you. One of our 9 Nazgul. The ring tempts us. That's right. If you're going to kill me, cut down. That actually kind of sucks, though. The cut down, yeah, Nazgul without the buff. Even with the buff, doesn't get over the cut down, so. Kind of unfortunate. That's okay. Invasion of Amonkhet. I think we'll probably just ditch a land here. Well, maybe the Lonely End. The only thing I'm worried about is the Lonely End. If they drop the Oracle of the Alpha, then I'm gonna really regret it. But we do have the Porcupine card anyway, so. The Raddic, Tal Zealot. Now, Raddic is so good, man. It's literally got hexproof versus white and black, which is like the 2 most likely common spot removals. Gnawing Vermin. What is this? So, first off, I guess this is Dimir. Definitely Dimir. Doesn't look like very Espery to me. And they're probably going to be looking to reanimate stuff with Invasion, so... Alright, interesting. Well, the Gnawing Vermin can't really do a whole lot versus us, so what else you got? The way that you get around Raddic is the Shelley's Edict. Because right now, I mean, not looking too bad. Souls of the Lost, that is not that bad. We do got a Roaming Throne. Gotta love the Roaming Throne. So with the Roaming Throne, a lot of times we'll call Wraith, but I think we're going to call Knight with this. But the only problem is we can't really swing in, because they get 2 for 1 us here. Maybe I swing in, and then if they do decide to double block, I just go for the Porcupine. Order of Midnight. What do we actually want here? Order of Midnight, the Knight, or the Bodyguard? The Bodyguard seems pretty okay, right? I mean... If they're going to be committing to the board, I think the Bodyguard looks okay. So they do double block, we just go in for the Porcupine card, and if they don't, then we just don't have to, which is pretty nice. But you know what, I may just do it in general. Just a chump block, that's okay with me. Yeah, because they are going to go in, they're going to try and swing into the Invasion of Amonkhet, so I think we'll just do this. I don't know, maybe the Roaming Throne does sound pretty nice, but we should have done, no, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, because we couldn't, they would have double blocked, so. Let's go in for the Oathsworn and just exile the Souls of the Lost. I think this is the best thing. We tap out for perfect mana efficiency, and then next turn we can go in for the Roaming Throne and get double triggers on the Oathsworn and the Raddic. The Black Prankster, as I say, unless they blow up the board with like a deadly cover-up or something. Yeah, this just seems to be like, Dimir aggro, but again, with the spot removal, they're going to have a very, very hard time. So, Roaming Throne, and let's call out Knight, not Wraith. We'll call it Knight this time, because we're wanting to get double drafts with the Raddic, and that is radically amazing. Claim Contender, I think this gives us a little bit more food, so we'll do that. And the Valiant Knight gives everything double strike, so that's pretty much like a win condition. Let's drop you, and we're looking pretty good. Black, Dauntless Bodyguard. And I guess we'll give it to the Roaming Throne because the Raddic, they already can't. Yeah, the Raddic, they already can't really target, so I guess we'll give it to the Roaming Throne. And things are looking pretty good. See, what could you... Oh, Gix's Command. Well... destroy each power 2 or less. Well, you're already dead anyway, and then we have to sacrifice. We'll go ahead and, it doesn't really do anything. We'll just do this for fun, and then we're going to have to choose. I think we're going to get rid of the Roaming Throne. Yeah, the Raddic is just like infinite card advantage, I guess. So I think we'll just do that. Doesn't feel great, but if we drop the Valiant Knight, I guess we'll just push for more damage here. I am getting a little nervous. No more Bodyguard, so that's unfortunate, but I guess we'll just do this. Lose 2 life? Yeah, sure. 9 to 22. What else could you have? Like, they animate the Restless Reef? It's actually kind of sneaky good. It actually is kind of sneaky good. But they don't. They go in for the Resurrected anyway. I think I'd rather... Yeah, I don't know. They probably should have gone for the Reef and just swung into the Invasion. Because that would have put... I would have had a probably worth chump block. We don't even have to think about that. Thank God. I actually kind of missed that. That would have been pretty bad. But they didn't do it anyway. So that's nice. Now we got to decide what we want to do. I think... Let's maybe get the Contender going. Let's just get this down while we have it, and then we can just draw into our Nazgûl, so that's fine. They can double block the Raddic. I think we'll do that same exact trick that we did earlier. Guess we'll go for another Bodyguard, and then I'm going to go for the Porcupine if they want to double block. Which they don't. Don't blame you. Down to 5, so we're about there. We're about there. If we go for Frodo, I did want to get Frodo to go in a little bit here, but... Alright, I mean, they're essentially in top deck mode. They can go for Restless Reef, but I think I might just chump block if they do that. Chupacabra. Chupacabra, that is just going to be basically spot removal. I mean, what are they really going to kill? I guess the Frodo, the Claimed Contender, that's not that big of a deal. Chupacabra. There's another Chupacabra way back in the day. I think, not way back in the day, you know what I mean, but... that's fine. Don't think we're sweating this that much. Picklock Prankster. This thing has Vigilance, which is fine, but they're tapped out. They're, I mean, de facto tapped out. They have no more resources here. So, I think we're just going to go in for the Porcupine, kill the Resurrected. Looking good. Yep, nothing too much to read in here. Porcupine, lend a ham for the Resurrected. They go down to a whopping 3. Don't care. And they just give it up. Yeah, GG's.